Do is let y'all know horses are very curious. Not too big, maybe 6 by 6, 8 by 8, whatever that folds out to be. Ooh.
Big bad.
Yeah, let's make it smaller. Just kind of
Thank you,
fold it
Captain.
up square. Make it pretty. Oh, you're going to have to unfold it and refold it? That's fine. He's watching. And that's good for him to watch. I was telling a story to somebody a while ago. Many years ago, I was at a handicapped riding facility in Avon Park that I used to help. And it was getting ready for the Christmas parade. And they had, what do you call them little horseshoe-looking clips women put on their head? No, the big ones that come down on both sides. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Come all the way over your head and clamped on. Well, they had one of those with some little reindeer horns on it. And they decided they wanted to put it on this little pony. Well, the little pony whipped 2 women in a stall. And I'm back there just laughing. This is good. And finally, you know, women are just as bad at men. They hate to lose and they don't want to admit it. So finally they turned around and said, okay, trainer, what would you do? And I said, why don't you come out of the stall? And they came out of the stall and I took the little flip and I just flipped it on the fence about that high. And I said, let's just back away. On the back side. Actually, guys, if you'll put it down there so we can go all the way around it. I got the barrel on this end. Gene, can you bring us the blue barrel that he don't like either? So now he's going to have something on each end. Anyhow, horses, ponies are very, I'm going to cover up this spot so I don't step in it. They're very curious when left alone. So it didn't take 3 minutes till that little pony was over there sniffing of that little hairbread and the reindeer angels. And as soon as the pony turned around and walked away with it, totally satisfied, I walked in and put it on him. Because the pony had to come in his own mind that it wasn't dangerous. And so many times, animals will get over what they're scared of by themselves because we're not pressuring them. This is one more way. We try to teach a lot of different ways to train. And I think he's too scared to go around that side. I want to teach a way that anybody can use. I don't mean that bad, but I know some elderly ladies that don't need to do some of the stuff that I do. This is a good way to help animals not be scared of something. In fact, the more different ways you can break it down, the easier they will understand it. I like to use the illustration of horses that are claustrophobic. You know, these little tiny 2-horse trailers? They hate them. I used to own one, but they hate them. They don't like them little things. First of all, you slam on brakes and it throws their head in the front. You know? But anyhow, how do you get a horse used to something when they're claustrophobic of small spaces? And most people, you don't even like the blue clothing thing moving. I think he's got blue eyes. But what I suggest to people, if you got trouble loading your horse, this is the extreme ultimate, people. This is what anybody can do. Take you a board and nail it across the entrance into your stall so they have to step up to get in their stall. Lay a sheet of plywood on the other side so when they step on it, they hear noise. Then get you some pallets and put underneath the plywood so they step up and step on the pallet. And then they eat. Well, then you can take you a blue tarp. You can get any size you want at Tractor Supply, and you hang it from the rafters. You might hang it all the way on the wall if it's a 10 by 10 stall. And feed him over here. Well, then after a week, you move it to the next set of rafters, and after a week, you move it to the next set of rafters. After a week, you move it to the... Pretty soon, it's touching his side, and he don't care because he's eating. But there's all kind of ways that you can help a horse get a better understanding that they don't have to be scared. And all of this goes back to that training principle. You have to find a starting point. You know, what that means is they will accept something scary without being scared. Now, for some horses, it might be that far. For some, it might be a lot further. For some, it may be the last foot. But we look for ways that we can do a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And people, when you understand that, you'll find out that that's the way God really works with us. If you'll set it over there at the door, Larry, I want to ask you to come help us. It's your horse. Come around here. I'm just playing.